Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. My name is Josh Hall. This is the Doghouse Racing League Tuesday night ARCA series brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Getting ready for the season finale brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet. So going to be a great one here tonight. We got about 5 minutes left here in practice in a really tight points battle here tonight, which I did not put up on the screen. So let me get that up there now. Just a few points separate our leaders here coming into the season finale. And you can see that Justin McMahon has the points lead, 17 points over Jamie Horn. And you see Chris Leftwich not out of the, Kenneth Byers Jr. not out of the fight either. Make sure I've got the right standings here up on my screen. Just 1 second. So I have the standings on my iPad over here, and they look a little different than what is on the screen there. So let me just make sure I've got the right ones here. There we go. Yeah, that is Jamie Horn, 17 points back. Kenneth Byers, Osmond, 17 points back. Christopher Leftwich, 22. Brandon Trush, 28. So a few drivers still in the mix here. This is still anybody's championship coming into tonight. Ken Byers currently at the top of the leaderboard. Justin McMahon currently your 5th fastest driver. Again, he is your points leader coming in tonight. He just has to have a solid, good points night. Keep himself out of trouble. Be there at the end, and the championship will be his. Jamie Horn, Kenneth Byers, they are currently first and second on the speed charts. So again, these drivers have to maximize their points here tonight, try to win the stage, get max points to get themselves a shot here at this championship in these final 68 laps of the season. We've got 3 minutes left here in practice. We want to welcome everybody, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, over on Kick. Do appreciate you tuning in here tonight. Don't forget that like button, follow and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. Of course, we still have great action on Wednesday nights with the SCSRA. We'll be taking on Dover this week, so check us out tomorrow night for that one. Jacob will have the call. Right now, we've got a championship to settle. As your second in points right now, Jamie Horn has just made his way out onto the racetrack, trying to get some laps in. So far, Jamie's ran the most laps of anybody out here tonight. He's put down, this is going to be his 65th lap when he comes across the stripe this time. Actually, I take that back. Mike Leftwich is the only driver who's ran more laps here in practice. He's already ran 72 laps, so both these drivers running the entire race length in practice before they get underway here. Jackson Sibley, how about him? Currently in 4th position in the speed charts. Having a great start to the night here. We'll have to see if this continues. Of course, this is the newly reconfigured Phoenix. So what used to be the front stretch is now the back stretch. The front stretch is just after the dog leg here. Start finish line is going to be right here in the center of, or just after the dog leg. So a very interesting layout here, very unique. And as the drivers take restarts and starts, we could see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 wide as they come down into turn number 1 here tonight with that dog leg being in play. So watch for that all night here tonight. So we have 19 drivers so far getting ready to do battle here in the desert. Of course, we want to take a minute to thank our great partners who have been here all season long, including Trackside NASCAR Outlet, which is your authorized Lionel dealer with a full line of diecast, including Cup, O'Reilly's truck, driver apparel, hats, and jackets. Trackside NASCAR Outlet offers everything NASCAR, including full-size and mini helmets, flags, and coolers. Stop by your store, check them out on Facebook, or check out their website at www.tracksidenascaroutlet.com. We also want to thank our great partner who's been here all season. That's Group 6. Rev up your brand's potential with Group 6 at every turn of the Doghouse racing season. As your creative marketing powerhouse, we're here to fuel your success, accelerate your impact, and steer your brand towards victory. Group 6, where every race is an opportunity to outshine and outperform. Discover more at group6inc.com. Butt Kicker's also been with us all season. They're a supporter of the league and of Intensity Broadcasting, and they're an established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. Check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which is right for you, or figure out which movie theater in your area might use Butt Kicker products, or find some Butt Kicker products for your audio needs over at thebuttkicker.com. As the checkered flag flies here in practice, we also want to thank another one of our league sponsors. They've been a great sponsor all year, sponsoring a couple races, and that's NapDaddy Racing, which originally started as an iRacing design shop. NapDaddy Racing has now expanded to be your one-stop shop for all your iRacing needs. From custom paints, templates, branding, and much, much more, NapDaddy Racing has you covered. Head on over to napdaddyracing.com and be sure to check out the free stuff tab. And the other sponsor we had this season was Castoplast, which one of the best luminescent golf discs. So you can check them out over as well at castoplast.com. So all of the great partners who have made this season possible is here in the finale. And this one's going to be for all the beans here. As we see drivers out on track and qualifying underway. Here's Chris Leftwich making his way down through turns 1 and 2. And again, very uniquely shaped track. We'll put the track shape up on the screen there. You can see what I mean by the start-finish line, kind of in that little short chute before the dog leg. That's going to make things very challenging for these drivers here tonight. What a great place to have your championship race. I think this place and Homestead are probably two of the best for having a championship race. And Chris Leftwich, currently the fastest driver on racetrack, with a few drivers just making their way out onto the racetrack right now. Leftwich right down on the apron, comes across. He's going to catch the wall this time. It's not going to count for him. But your points leader making his way down the backstretch on his first of 2 laps. Going to cut the track right through that dog leg. Very rough on the car. Back up onto the banking. That can really upset the car when you get back from that flat up onto the apron, or up off the apron there. Runs a higher line through turns 1 and 2. Gets some great momentum down the backstretch. Right down to that yellow line through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4. Across the stripe, and McMahon's first lap is going to be good enough for second. And it looks like that's all he's going to have here. 7 to Gary Amio just coming down off of turn at number 2 and down the backstretch in that 7 machine. Across the stripe, we'll see where he ends up on his second lap. He's going to be currently in the 9th position as Jamie Horn goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 26.63. And then just gets beat by Ken Byers, who runs a 26.55. That's almost a 10th quicker. Where did that come from? Holy cow. Jackson Sibley runs a 58 on his second lap. So track's got a little bit more speed in it than we originally thought here. Here's Bill Gentry going off of turn at number 4 into the stripe. Bill's going to jump up into the 4th position. Can anybody else get themselves up towards the front here? Travis Neiman off of turn at number 4. He's going to bring himself to the stripe. And that's 16 of Neiman. Going to stay currently, he's going to stay currently in the 15th position as Josh Cully just goes 8th quickest on his first lap with about a minute left here in qualifying. Down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Here comes Cully. Does he have anything for the top spot? Off of turn number 4. Into the stripe. Josh Cully does go quicker on his second lap, but only good enough for the 4th position. That's one more driver out on the racetrack making their qualifying attempt. That is Daniel Wilkerson. Oh, and he loses it off of turn number 4, goes sliding down to the stripe. And that is going to do it for qualifying here at Phoenix, as we are just waiting for time to expire. About 15 seconds from now. And then we'll take a look at our starting lineup here from Phoenix Raceway in the Doghouse Racing League Tuesday Night Truck Series, brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet here on iRacing. So Ken Byers will be your pole sitter with Jackson Sibley in the 18 to his outside in position number 2. Jamie Horn and Josh Cully make up row 2 with Bill Gentry and Hunter Geyer from the 3rd row. Row 4 will find the 14 of Mark Dumont with Justin McMahon, our points leader, to his outside in 8th, followed by Jason Ross and Chris Leftwich, rounding out your top 10. Steven Bonomo, he'll roll off from the 11th position with Christopher Simon in the 12th spot. Gary Ramillo and Brandon Trush back in row number 7 with Travis Neeman and Mike Leftwich in row number 8. Rounding out the field here tonight, the 117 of Richard Leclerc, the 28 of Daniel Wilkerson, and the 60 of Michael Dow. So a couple little kind of ground rules here for this racetrack. Of course, as I mentioned, that apron, you see that in front of you, that dog leg, that's the end of it there as they come down into turn number 1. That apron is all fair play. You can cut the dog leg as much as you want. However, on starts and restarts, you cannot dip below that yellow line until you cross the start-finish line. So once you see these drivers crossing that start-finish line, watch for a mad dash down to the bottom. Of course, stage tonight is a 68-lap race. So stage tonight will be at lap. I have it here right in front of me. Stage at lap 34. Of course, if we have more than 2 cautions before the stage break, then there will be no stage caution. But points will still be awarded on the end of lap 34. But here we go. Pace car is off. It's the long wait down the backstretch through turns 3 and making their way to the starting zone, where the green flag will fly. And we are racing for the final time this season here in the Tuesday Night ARCA Series, brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Look at that already. 3, 4, 5 wide through the dog leg and into turn number 1. Josh Cully trying to use that high lane advantage as they come off of turn number 2. Oh, and Byers hard into the inside wall. More contact, more wrecking. Byers' opportunity at a championship ends at the beginning of lap number 1. Let's bring out our wreckage rewind to take a look to see exactly what happened and who was involved in this one. And off the corner, Ken Byers kind of just pushes up off the corner, makes some contact with Josh Cully, comes screaming back across the track. Jamie Horn and Justin McMahon both able to make it through. Can't say the same for Bill Gentry. Steven Bonomo involved in that. Jason Ross gets a piece of it. And then behind him, we see Mike Leftwich, Travis Neeman, Brandon Trush, all involved in this one as well. And it looks like Daniel Wilkerson may have got a little piece of this at the end as well. Man, just so tough when the entire track kind of blocks up in front of you. You see it happening at the bottom of the racetrack. See if we can do this. Let's bring this back one more time. The Trush just kind of squeezes up off the corner, catches Cully, comes down into the inside wall. Bill Gentry just nowhere to go. Same with Jason Ross. Stephen Bonomo comes piling in. Oh, Gary Amio, I didn't see he was involved in that a little bit as well. Christopher Simon able to sneak right through. Mike Leftwich as well. And then Daniel Wilkerson, everything just closes up right in front of him. So already 8 cars on pit road getting damaged fixed. As we're coming to lap number 4, the lights on the pace car should be shutting off this time, which they do. And Josh Cully is going to take the inside lane with Jackson Sibley to his outside. Hunter Geyer and Jamie Horn in row number 2, then Just McMahon and Chris Leftwich back in row number 3. Kathy was just about to say good luck to Brandon, and she saw what just happened as the pace car pulls off. Coming off of turn number 2, and it's a long, long pace lap without the pace car down the backstretch and into turn number 3, and only 12 cars on the racetrack right now. Looks like Christopher Simon's trying to catch up. That will make it 13. As already the attrition is high. As they make their way down to the restart zone, the green flag will fly again, and we are racing here at Phoenix. And as they cross the stripe, everybody going to take different lines. Some drivers staying up on the racetrack, some of those drivers cutting down through the dogleg. Jamie Horn looking to the inside of Jackson Sibley. Josh Cully out in front as we watch this battle right here as Jackson Sibley gets passed by both Jamie Horn and Chris Leftwich. Sibley hanging on there on the outside currently. Kevin Brown says, thanks for great season coverage. Absolutely. Wouldn't have missed it. It's been some of the best racing all season long. And it's continuing now as Jackson Sibley loses another position to Chris Leftwich, and here comes Justin McMahon trying to move forward as well. So as they sit, Justin McMahon coming into the race had a 17-point advantage over Jamie Horn. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the race goes on, but Josh Cully under attack right now from the 08 of Hunter Geyer. And Jamie Horn right there on the back bunter of Hunter Geyer, as well as Horn going to take a look down to the inside through the dogleg, down the little short chute into turn number 1, and move Jamie Horn up into the second position. And issues for Jackson Sibley. Looks like he's disconnected, so I think he had a connection issue and dropped. So after having a great start and a great qualifying position, now finds himself off the racetrack. We have a battle for the lead heating up between Josh Cully and Jamie Horn. As Joanne says on the Facebook, let's go Richard, 117. Richard Leclerc able to miss the incident that happened on lap 1. Currently running in the 9th position and continuing a little march forward as Jamie Horn takes over that top spot. Just scribbling down some notes here as the battle here for second place is starting to heat up as well. And Justin McMahon kind of just riding right now, saving tires, saving his car. Again, has a bit of an advantage. Of course, it's all going to come down to the finishing order. It's not a win or not the highest finishing car here tonight. It is back to the old chase format, so points do matter. Again, coming into the race, Justin McMahon had a 17-point advantage. Right now, as they run, Jamie Horn would have about a 4-point advantage, not counting stage points. So McMahon's trying to do what he can to save some tire here and make a run at the end, while Jamie Horn has to battle off a couple hard charging cars behind as Josh Cully is not going anywhere as quickly. The Hunter Geyer right there on the back bumper of Cully as they come down into turn number 1. Ooh, Chris Liftwich just catches the wall a little bit. Our top 4 have broken away. They've got a almost 2-second advantage over 5th place Mark Dumont. But could they be just burning up a little bit too much tire right now as well? We'll have to wait and see. As Hunter Geyer rides right there in the tire tracks and tries to take a charge at Josh Cully, but Cully able to put the block on and keep that 08 behind. Meanwhile, a little further back, Justin McMahon starting to reel in the 14 of Mark Dumont. We currently only have, looks like 12, 13, 15 cars on the racetrack of the 19 that started. Again, Bill Gentry has retired from the race. Brandon Trush, looks like he's on pit road just trying to get some damage fixed. Same with Steven Bonomo. Christopher Simon still on pit road. Ken Byers also has, looks like he's retired from the race as well. Well, I take that back. Jason Ross has retired from the race. So just the 12 cars that we see out on the racetrack, those are the only cars that are left and surviving. As we are quickly coming to our stage break. Stage will be at lap 34. We are just starting 21. So about 13 laps left in the stage as Jamie Horn gets a little wide there. Catches the outside wall. I don't know if that did any damage to that 98. He is definitely pushing as hard as he can right now. As Hunter Geyer took a look down to the inside of Josh Cully. Cully able to hold off that hard charging 8 for the moment. There's little wiggle out of the 08. He's going to have to gather that up. He's going to lose a little bit of ground to Josh Cully. As we have cars already making pit stops, you see the 8 of Mike Leftwich coming down pit road, get service done. Brandon Trush says, got the pit crew fixing the car right now. Hey, you got to try to get as many points as you can. You never know what could happen here in this final race. Right now, Jamie Horn has a 1-second lead over Josh Cully and Hunter Geyer. Those two still duking it out back here for the runner-up position. Yeah, it looks like Mike Leftwich might be on pit road getting some damage fixed, so I don't think this is a scheduled pit stop for him. As now Geyer looking up to the high side up off of turn at number 2. We saw that cause some trouble here in the beginning of the race. And Geyer able to get around Cully and into that runner-up spot. Now does he have anything for Jamie Horn here before the stage ends in about 10 laps? Of course, Justin McMahon sitting back here in the 6th position. He has not gained any ground on the 14 of Mark Dumont. I don't know if this is by design. Trying to run a strategy here. Maybe trying to save those tires to take 2 tires. Put himself out front and try to block for the win here tonight. Or he's got something else up his sleeve. Here's Richard Leclerc currently in the 8th position, up 9 spots from where he started. Having a great run in that 117 machine. And Gary Amio, I thought he got a little bit of damage in that incident. Looks like he was able to woe up and not take too much damage to that 7 machine. Currently running in the 7th position. Having a great top 10 for the 7 of Armio. With these drivers cutting that dog leg, it keeps triggering that people are coming down pit road when nobody has made their way down on the pit road. So 5 laps left here in the stage. Jamie Horn out in front. But it's about a 1-second lead back to the 08 of Hunter Geyer. The last time by, Geyer and Horn both ran identical lap times. And that time Geyer ran a little bit slower, so lost a little bit of ground to Jamie Horn. I know Justin McMahon was hoping that Hunter Geyer could get up there and steal a couple stage points away. We've got about 4 laps left here in the stage. And it's been all Jamie Horn since, well, after that incident and getting around Josh Cully. Well, Justin McMahon's now turned on the heat. He's going after the 14 of Mark Dumont, trying to get some more stage points here, as we have about 2.5 laps before the stage ends. I think McMahon was indeed trying to save a little bit of tire to make a charge here at the end, but it might be a little too late here. Looks like he might be able to get the 14 of Dumont here. Right in that high lane, I'm going to cut it down to the bottom. Try to straighten the corner off. Get a run here down the backstretch. And we'll have one more lap in the stage. McMahon's doing everything he can to get that one more stage point. As they come down to the stripe, Jamie Horn is going to be your stage winner as the caution flies for the stage. Everybody gets ready to pit. Now that points lead currently after the stage, Justin McMahon's going to have a 12-point lead coming into this final stage. Remember though, first place does pay 55 points. So those extra points there could be huge for Jamie Horn. Sorry, first place pays 40 points. Second place pays 35. Third 34, 33 down. So there's a bit of a bonus to be able to get the win of the race. We'll have to see how this play shakes out here in these few final laps. Justin McMahon's going to have to find something here, and he's going to get off pit road first. McMahon with a 2-tire stop. I mentioned it at the top of the race. Could he be saving his tires to pull a 2-tire stop here to try to steal this race away or do something? The track position seems to be more important than the tires tonight. And Richard Leclerc did not pit at all. He is now your leader of the race. See Christopher Simon, he is being scored many laps back, about 26 laps back. Yep, 26 it says there on the scoring tower. Well, the lights on the pace car are off. Richard Leclerc going to choose the... See where he's going to go. It looks like he's taking the outside lane. No, he's taking the inside lane on the start, putting Justin McMahon up on the outside. Jamie Horn and Josh Cully make up row number 2. And as McMahon looks in the mirror and sees Horn stuck behind the 117 as the pace car about to take that hard left-hand turn down on the pit road. It's the long run up to the, or long wait up to the restart zone. I think this is really going to play out in McMahon's favor as Leclerc has 0 new tires. McMahon has 2 new tires. But he's also, Jamie Horn can't do anything until they get to the start-finish line as they come down to the restart zone. Green flag will fly, and great jump for Justin McMahon on that high side on those fresher tires. He's going to take over the lead as they are 3 and 4 wide behind. McMahon able to drive down to the bottom, try to diamond the corner a little bit. Ooh! Chris Leftwich was just sideways, able to hang on to it as Josh Cully and Jamie Horn are battling for that second position. Horn gets a little loose down on the inside. He's able to hang on to it. What a save for Jamie Horn. The caution flies. And we see the 14 spinning. I don't know if that's who the incident was originally for, but that's going to bring out our wreckage rewind here. As we take a look here, we see Jamie Horn was just completely sideways. Oh, Romeo hooks the 14. Then just comes down across the track and catches that inside wall. So Justin McMahon going to be your control car on this restart, and he's going to come down pit road. He does come down pit road. Chris, it's like him, Josh Cully, Richard Leclerc, Daniel Wilkerson, Mark Dumont, Mike Leftwich. Sorry, Mike Leftwich is already on pit road. He's multiple laps down. And it looks like McMahon's going to come back down pit road and get some service done on his car. Right sides are up in the air. Left sides are going on now. He's back down away, and I'm not sure about this this call to give up the track position for 4 tires when you were just on pit road and got 2. Unless the car just really didn't feel good. We are going to have about 25 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. Of course, there's not that many cars on the racetrack as well, but that's still a lot of traffic that Justin McMahon's going to have to do to get himself back up towards the front. If Jamie Horn wins this race, just doing some quick math here. Justin McMahon will have to finish at least in the 6th position to win the championship. I'm not sure if going back into the Hornet's nest like that is the right call, but we'll see how this works out for him as Jamie Horn sees the pace car take its left-hand turn off of turn number 2. Down this long backstretch towards the restart zone. Jamie Horn is going to lead him down. He's going to step on that loud pedal. We're going to go back green flag racing. And a great jump for Jamie Horn. As you see everybody taking that dog leg down to the bottom. Justin McMahon already trying to make some moves here in the back. And all eyes will be on Justin McMahon, who's put himself back here in the Hornet's nest. Trying to work around the 60 of Michael Dow right in front. And Justin McMahon now up into the 7th position. Josh Cully only took 2 tires on that last stop. We'll see how much better 4 tires is than 2. As Jamie Horn already starting to check out over 2nd place Chris Leftwich. You see McMahon kind of trapped back in traffic right now. We'll come back and check in on him in a little bit. So Jamie Horn out in front, controlling this race, and currently the points leader as they run right now. A lot of racing to go as you see Hunter Geyer right there on the back bumper of Chris Leftwich. Ooh, as Leftwich gets up into the outside wall. It's going to allow Geyer to get a little rundown here into turn number 3. And right there on the back bumper, not quite laying the bumper to the 83, but close enough to kind of disrupt the air on that back spoiler. Battle for second is continuing as Jamie Horn just pulling away. Just McMahon now looking down underneath Gary Armillo and up into the 6th spot and mathematically back into the points lead. And now McMahon looking down underneath the 16 of Niemann. And move Justin McMahon up into the 5th spot. So, redoing the math over here, if Jamie Horn wins this race, all Justin McMahon has to do is finish 8th or better. So maybe that 4-tire stop was a good call here. As you see Niemann up into the outside wall. That puts Justin McMahon up into the 5th position. And currently has a 4-point cushion on Jamie Horn. With 15 laps to go. Battle for second place now is Chris Leftwich and Hunter Geyer going at it here for the 2nd spot. Geyer wants to put himself up into the runner-up position. Chris Leftwich doing everything he can to keep that from happening. Meanwhile, Gary Armillo trying to run down Travis Niemann. We see right behind Brandon Trush back on the racetrack. In the 14th position, currently being scored 38 laps down. However, he's about 3 laps away from gaining another spot here. As Hunter Geyer continues, they're trying to find a way around Chris Leftwich. And for those who are still in the chat watching, we appreciate you tuning in. All 19 of you as the laps count down. 12 laps to go here from Phoenix to settle this one. As Geyer takes a look down to the inside, almost washes up the track into Leftwich. There's going to be a drag race down the front stretch into turn at number 1. Leftwich able to hold on to that spot for now. Geyer again down in, makes some contact down into the corner. That allows Josh Cully right into this battle as well, as they are side-by-side drag racing. A little contact down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Leftwich going to lay the bumper. He's going to turn the 8 around on the front stretch. Caution is out. And Josh Cully involved in that one as well. Looked like Chris Leftwich did not like the way that Hunter Geyer was racing him. That's going to bring up a Wreckage Rewind here. I take this one back a little bit further. So we saw the aggressive move here that Hunter Geyer made down into the corner. Washes up the track, makes some contact with Leftwich, almost turns Leftwich around. Leftwich gets a good run down the backstretch. Geyer, though, comes up, makes more contact into the corner, and Leftwich just did not take kindly to that and gets into the back of the 08. Josh Cully loses it right there in front of, or right behind. Thought the 08 was going to come back across the track, stepped on the brakes. That changes everything as everybody makes their way down pit road. Everybody making their way down pit road except for the 7 of Gary Armillo. He stays out on the racetrack. See Chris Leftwich making his way down into his pit stall. Jamie Horn all the way down. Looks like Leftwich may have missed his pit stall. Had to back up a little bit. Going to lose some time here. What does Justin McMahon do this time? He's still on pit road. It looks like Jamie Horn with the 2-tire call this time. Hunter Geyer with 2 tires. Justin McMahon with the 4-tire call. Travis Neeman trying to race him off pit road, but McMahon's going to get that 4th position. Looks like we're going to have about a 6-lap shootout when it's all said and done. Gary Armillo going to be your leader. Brandon Trush will have to fall back in the pack here. Actually, Gary Armillo has a black, he's showing a black flag. As the lights are off on the pace car, Armillo going to take the inside lane. Jamie Horn to the outside. Hunter Geyer, Justin McMahon back in row number 2. Travis Nealman and Josh Cully in row number 3. As we saw Brandon Trush fall to the back of the field, being that he was a lap down. Here we go. Pace car takes the hard left-hand turn down on the pit road. Gary Armillo brings him down the long backstretch towards the starting zone. The green flag will fly one more time. We are back racing here from Phoenix, and 6 laps to go. Armillo going to tuck all the way down to the bottom. Let everybody on by as Jamie Horn retakes the lead of the race. Justin McMahon working to the outside of the 08 of Geyer. Josh Cully right there in the mix as well. McMahon using that high lane to be careful here, staying away from the other cars. He's going to drive down to the bottom. He's going to get down underneath Hunter Geyer, try to take the 2nd spot away. Just does not have the angle to do it. 5 laps to go here in the season from Phoenix. Chris Leftwich taking a look down underneath the 16 of Travis Neeman, trying to move himself back up into the top 5. Meanwhile, Justin McMahon has Josh Cully right there on the back bumper. Of course, McMahon, plenty of points right now as they run. As Josh Cully and McMahon continue to battle it out here. So Jamie Horn, I think I might have my points wrong, so we're going to have to verify that at the end of the race. We have just 2 laps to go. Jamie Horn out in front. Just McMahon continues to hold off Josh Cully for that 3rd position. Cully trying to make a look down to the inside. I don't know if he knows the championship implications on the line here as the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. Cully sideways behind Justin McMahon. As they come down the backstretch, Cully in the outside wall. He's going to lose all his momentum down into turns 3 and 4 for the final time of the season. And Jamie Horn going to be your winner here at Phoenix. Hunter Geyer comes home in 2nd. Just McMahon in 3rd. Trying to do some math here to find out who our champion is. I believe McMahon had just enough to hang on. You see Jamie Horn celebrating here at the front stretch. McMahon celebrating as well. Man, believe, if I'm looking at the points right, had enough to get the championship here tonight. As these two are going to celebrate here on the front stretch. And we'll watch them celebrate here as the burnout continues. Just waiting for verification. So let's take a look at the final results here as I wait for final verification of the official. Jamie Horn is your winner. Hunter Geyer comes home in 2nd. Justin McMahon brings it home in 3rd. Josh Cully from into 4th, and Chris Leftwich, your top 5. 6 will be Travis Neiman, Richard Leclerc in 7th, Daniel Wilkerson, Michael Dow, and Gary Amio, your top 10. 11th was Christopher Simon. Mark Dumont brings home in 12th. Brandon Trush in 13th. Chris Leftwich from the 14th position. Jackson Sibley in 15th. Stephen Bonomo, Jason Ross, and Bill Gentry will be rounding out the field here tonight in the season finale as we get ready to talk to our top 3 in just a moment. All right, we did just get confirmation It was indeed Justin McMahon getting the championship here tonight. Jamie Horn in second and Chris Leftwich in third in the championship standings. And we will talk to Justin McMahon last. I don't know if Hunter Geyer is in the waiting room. He is. So let's talk with Hunter first, our second place finisher. Hunter, you got Josh up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
I'm going to start with you because McMahon is the champion. We're going to talk to him last. But man, what a run for you here tonight. A little bit of action out on the racetrack there at the end. Talk us through the final laps there and what you saw.
I mean, other than my rear end getting caved in, I mean that's about it. They beat me off pit road there, the stage break pit, and then I just had to try like hell to get around Chris. Didn't mean to run him rough or anything, but here at Phoenix, it's kind of impossible to pass. You kind of have to take the opportunity where they are. So I kind of had to try to pinch off lanes or just do anything to get around him because Jamie was taking off. And I got there under him there in 1 and 2. I had to do what I had to do, kind of run him up the track. I guess he didn't like it, and slammed on his brakes going into 3, and then just rammed me, spun me. But luckily it didn't hurt me too bad. I was able to go in, get 2 in that last pit stop, and put me in a decent position and was able to come home P2. It just is what it is, I guess. He doesn't seem too happy about it, but oh well.
Well, another thing here, you came home, gained a couple of spots in the points there at the end as well. Coming home 4th in the points. Been a great season
Oh
for you
wow.
all season long. Yeah, great season for you all season long. A lot of different strategies out there tonight. We saw a lot of 2-tire stops, 4-tire stops, a mix of everything. What was the strategy? I see you took 2 tires there on that final stop. Did that help the car rotate at all, or was there just the track position was so
I mean,
important?
you really don't use the inner side tires on this track. It's really they just kind of eat the rights away. So I know I really didn't notice anything. But the first stage break I took 4, and after the 30 some laps or whatever, my lefts were still on in the 90% range. So I was like, okay, if I have the opportunity to take 2, I'm going to take them. And that caution came, even though I was the one that was spun that brought out the caution, but I guess it kind of helped me in the long run there. I was able to get 2, and I think I made up a couple positions there that I fell back during the caution. So, yeah, just took 2 and honestly drove the same as if I would take 4. So, I'm happy with the P2. Jamie was fast as always. I know at the end of the first stage I was about equal with him, but I know I could probably run equal, but passing here is a nightmare. So.
Well, regardless, fantastic run for you here tonight. Coming home in second here. Of course, next season is going to be a whole new season, reset, new car. How are you looking forward to the next season?
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to make next season. I got brought on as an admin for a truck league, and so I had to focus on that, unfortunately. But it was a lot of good fun. I didn't have the best luck at the beginning of the season. I was happy it finally kind of came around there at the end. So,
Well, great run for you. Congratulations on the P4 in the championship, the P2 here tonight. Of course, before I let you go, anyone want to thank, any shots you got to give?
sure, I want to shout out Bird Wraps. It's my paint company, so all the wraps of myself, Travis Neiman and Jackson Sibley ran this year is all done by me. So got to shout out them. Got to shout out my wife for letting me do this 3 times a week. She's my number 1 fan. And special shout out to Jackson. He had ran into some connection issues. He was also fast, starting on outside pole. So we kept on saying, we're going to bring it home 1, 2, 3 tonight. Jackson, myself, and Travis. But it didn't go the way we wanted it to. But it was still a great last race of the season. So I just want to thank those guys and all the support at home.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck in your future endeavors. Hopefully, we'll run into you again soon. And, of course, have a great one.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a great night. And my mouse just died, so bear with me just a second. Gotta love the technology that we have here tonight. There we go. We bring in your winner here tonight, driver of the 98, Jamie Horn. Jamie, you got Josh up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, great run for you here tonight. Just not enough. 4 points short of the championship, but man, you gave it all here tonight, winning the stage, winning the race. No, there wasn't really much else you could do here tonight, but talk us through your race here tonight and the awkward. It seemed like the tire strategies were all over the place tonight here. 2 tires, 4 tires. You took 2 there on that final stop. Talk us through the thought process and how the car was all night, what you were able to do to get the win.
Yeah, so it was really another one of those tracks with this car at least that there just wasn't really any tire wear or fall off, so you could kind of run the dog out of the car the whole time, and so that's kind of what I was doing, and at the end, a few runs I had done earlier, I knew that the left side wasn't wearing much at all, so at the end I knew I was only going to take 2, and if I got a good enough start, I felt like I'd be able to hold it. And we come in with the same strategy as last week. You got to kind of win the stage, lead the most laps, and win the race to get there. And 4 points is all that it lacked. I told Justin he could have finished 10th, and we could have broke the tiebreaker off of wins, and then we could have caught it even. But no, I'm super happy he won it. He's had a good season, and glad to see him up there and get the championship.
Yeah, he finally stops running those Jeff Gordon paints and he starts running well. I'm gonna say that to him when I see him. But man, great season overall. I think you led the league in wins, not as dominating as normal as usual, but great to see the parity. And then next season, I know we're moving to new cars. So Gen 4, is it Gen 6 cars next year?
Yeah, Gen 6. I'm actually looking forward to it. I've only run it one time. We did it in a recruitment race with another league a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed how that car drove. So I'm looking forward to getting to a new car, and I'm not a fan of the ARCA car as it is. So I'm glad to get away from it and go do a different car.
Well, moving to a different car, that's going to kind of change. Do you think do you think you have a little bit of an advantage moving to the different car, or do you think it's going to be kind of everybody learning the new car, so it's going to be a lot of parity?
I think you'll probably see a lot of parity. I think you'll probably have some guys in the league. I don't really know what all everybody's raced too much, but you'll have some guys that's probably run them that'll be good out the gate, and like I said, I've only run it one time, other than at a super speedway one time, but a regular track once, and it was extremely fun. I know I'm going to have to learn the car, so it'll be an interesting season starting off, but it'll be fun and something challenging. The ARCA, we've been in them for a while, and to me these cars are really easy to drive. So I'm glad to get to a car that'll be a little more challenging and hopefully at least and see what everybody can do.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on your win here tonight. Second place in the points. A great season for you overall. Man, anyone you want to thank? Any shots you got to give here tonight?
Oh, yeah, I got to give a shout out to you for the broadcast. Enjoyed watching those all season long. Shout out to all my teammates, all the practice we put in every week, and they put in to bringing fast cars and being ready for each race. Shout out to Justin on the championship. Please remind him he doesn't need to go back to the Jeff Gordon car. Shout out to everybody in the league. It's been a fun season. We've had a hiccup or two here or there, but for the most part, it was a good season, and I've enjoyed racing with everybody and hope everybody comes back next season. And all our sponsors, Trackside NASCAR Outlet, thanks for coming on board again, being the series sponsor. Group 6, SSR Designs, Butt Kicker, Nap Daddy Racing, everybody that sponsors and helps keep the league going. And last but not least, shout out to my mom at home.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congratulations on the win, second place in the championship, and good luck when you get it all started again next season.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You as well. Now let's bring in the driver who finished third on the track tonight, but first in the points, driver of the 24, Justin McMahon. Justin, you got Josh up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, great run for you here tonight. There's a lot of strategy questioning I had up here, but it worked out for you in the end. And man, what a race for you to come home and get the championship. I have to ask, was it something different that you did this season, or was it getting the Jeff Gordon paint job off the car that got you a championship this year?
uh, I don't know. It could be a combination of the two, I guess. It's very possible, but this, yeah, I don't know. It could be. My strategy this year was just, I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about it, to be honest. It's kind of I didn't really know I was really up there battling for the points early on. Just it didn't feel like I had that great of luck. Early had a couple bad races, but I mean, you can't really hate on the Jeff Gordon paint scheme. I think if I had it, I would have won with a little bit more than 4 points. I think, hopefully.
Well, regardless, it was a great season for you. And yeah, you started off the season kind of slow, but had great consistency through the middle part of the season leading up to the chase. And then you really turned things on in the chase. Was that kind of the key, was just being able, did you focus or practice extra for these final 3 races this season a little bit more? Or did you kind of have them circled on the calendar knowing that they were going to be important?
No, honestly, I mean, I did practice a little bit more than I probably would have, knowing that I was up there in points. And it kind of just so happened that, some of the tracks that fell into place that were in the chase and at the end of it, or at the end of the regular season going into the chase, were kind of tracks that I like. So it kind of worked out in that part of it. But for the most part, yeah, just put in a little extra time practicing. That definitely helped. And then a little bit of luck in there too.
So I have to ask about some of the tire calls tonight, because you came down pit road, took 2 tires, you got that quickie
Yep.
caution, came back down pit road and took 4 tires. Put yourself way back in the pack, in the mix, in the hornet's nest, really. I know there wasn't that many cars on track, but putting
Yeah.
yourself back there, I mean, what was the strategy call? What was the idea behind that one?
Well, I really wasn't that fast tonight. I didn't think so. I really wanted to. I knew the points race between Jamie and I after Byers got wrecked out there on lap 1 or 2, that points were going to be huge. So I really needed to try to at least lead a lap to get at least 1 bonus point for that. So I made the 2 tire call there to try to come out in the lead, and I think it was the 117. He didn't pit, so it kind of put me door to door with him, but I was able to get a jump on him with those 2 tires. And the tire wear on the left side really wasn't that great, or it wasn't that bad. But I know Jamie and everybody else had taken 4, so I knew if the thing went green the rest of the way, I was going to be at a disadvantage. So when that last caution came out, it was kind of a last minute call for me to just jump down pit road, knowing that I was going to lose track position, but knowing that I probably wasn't going to fall out of the top 10 with how many guys were left on the lead lap. So I kind of knew if I could play it safe and get 4 tires and just kind of try to run my race back there, that I knew that if I finished inside the top 10, at least, that I probably should have a pretty good chance at winning the points. So that's kind of where that was. I didn't want to be out there on 2 tires and be at a disadvantage. So I figured when that next caution came out, it was actually a kind of blessing for me. So to try to just go down there and get the 4 tires to kind of equal it out with everybody else. And it worked out somehow.
And got you the championship here this on the Tuesday night ARCA series, brought to you by Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Man, what a season overall. Congratulations on the championship.
Thank you.
It was a hard fought one for sure. And of course, Justin, before we let you go, anyone you want to thank, any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, I got to give a shout out to Daniel at Doghouse for putting this league on for however many years now. He's done such a great job and built it the way that it is. I know that he's going to be stepping back a little bit and letting Jamie take over and run it. So, got to give a huge shout out to him. You guys for doing the broadcast. You guys have been doing the broadcast for us for a while, so you guys always do a great job. And I think I screwed up the sponsor last week or 2 weeks ago when thanked them. It was a Trackside Outlet, NASCAR or whatever. I screwed it up again, but Trackside NASCAR, the NASCAR, whatever it is, for the diecast there. Who else we got? Shoney's, and then, or not Shoney's, but Group 6, and everybody else that helps us out to keep this league going. In Group 6, obviously, for the sponsor on the car and everything, and helping out with the sponsor on the league. So just a huge shout out to them. And it was a lot of fun racing in this league, this series, this time around. So hopefully we can make it even better next season and get some more guys in here and keep it moving.
Yeah, I know next season you guys are moving over to the Group 6, the Gen 6 cars.
I got it. Yeah.
How you like your chances next season? Have you driven those cars much, or are you looking forward to those next year?
Oh yeah, I've driven them. I like them. They're pretty fun. So a little, step up above these a little bit. And I think the tire package that they have, the tire model, is a little bit different. So hopefully that'll come into play a little bit more. But yeah, I look forward to it. Should be a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, again, congrats on the podium here tonight, the championship, and good luck next season. And hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Have a great night.
You too, Josh.
And that's going to do it for us here tonight from Phoenix International Raceway in the Group 6. I'm sorry, in the Trackside NASCAR Outlet ARCA series here on Intensity Broadcasting. Another great season. Again, we want to congratulate Justin McMahon one more time for the championship, and everybody who raced in this season. Thanks again for another great season. Looking forward to the next one, and of course you can check that out here on Intensity Broadcast. Of course, hit that little notification bell so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And as our boy Atman Weiss would say, over